we head just a couple miles outside of the center of town to our accommodations for the night at the Neon Cowboy, formerly known as the Hunter's Lodge Hot Spring. And it definitely turned into a night to remember. So I want you to meet Big Mike. This is the owner of the property, and his manager, Amy. What a great team. During this whole remodel, it's been going on for a while.
Yeah, about 4 years.
Here, this is all done, it looks like. Is this finished?
There's still some minor projects that are going to be happening on site as far as inside, but the majority is going to be outside.
When we bought this place, one of the things that I was worried about is opening up a wall and it's a can of worms. And it was. So we kind of made a decision, we're going to see this through, because I don't want to tear down 100 years of history and build up something new, because of all the infrastructure's here, but the buildings have style and then, you know.
I get it.
So when we originally started, this was all different. So we opened the front up, back more of a better style. This was the restaurant to start with. That was the restaurant and the bar, and we couldn't utilize this much space. And my son came up with this idea.
Game room.
Yeah, game room, and people love it. And then you got the scenery outside and all the stuff. So we just try to create as many views as we can out of here.
And that's where your geyser is out there. So for most of the year, this geyser goes off into the air every 90 seconds, shooting 200-degree water 60 feet high. So we waited. We waited a little bit more. Well, it turns out that we hit it at the time right at the end of the summer, after all the heat and things were a little dried up. But normally, this is what it would look like.
I was born and raised in Portland.
You're born and raised in Portland? I would not have guessed that.
Well, I've always wanted to be in a place like this. Never could figure out how to make a living doing it.
What did you do before?
Well, I had an inn in Portland, a small inn by OHSU Hospital. Yeah, so I've been around the hospitality business my whole life. I just in and out of it. And this is the first time that I stepped into a place like this back in 2016.
Okay.
Lakeview appealed to me because it's off the grid. People are different. It's just a different vibe, you know.
People are friendly.
Yeah, they're great.
People are very friendly.
To be honest with you, we're still figuring out how to serve Lakeview.
This has a great vibe though to it. It really does.
Thank you.
I know it's kind of out here and it's totally the front. You can tell you're doing a ton of work.
It's been a struggle. I'll be honest. I mean, it's been a struggle, but because everything out here it's like being in Alaska. You know, all your concrete, everything is way up here. All your supplies, like you said,
3 hours away.
Yeah, everything's 3 hours. Everything's 3 hours from here. Reno, Bend, Medford.
It's a shame because you can tell this town was the place in its heyday. It's like you want to just snap your fingers and revive it and say, no, come on, everybody, come out to Lakeview and check this out.
I think there's a few of us here.
So, but the hot springs survived all of this. The same
pool's
pool.
always been here.
The same one.
Yeah, same one.
From the original.
This is it. We clean the pool twice a week. We use no chemicals. It's just comes straight out of the spring. Spring over here. We have another hot spring over there, and then so those are where we draw our hot water from.
So besides this one here, you're saying there's another one right here somewhere where people actually get into too?
No.
It's too hot.
If you want to cook, you could.
Stop, it's that hot?
It's that hot, yeah.
It comes out 190. We regulate it just like you do your bathtub.
Put a little cold water in there. Call it good.
Now, as I mentioned, it was a night to remember. Why do I say that? Because as every restaurant owner's worst nightmare is when you lose your cook. Well, their head cook just happened to break their leg. They had to shut down the restaurant. Nobody there to open it. So we improvised. And Big Mike and Amy were fantastic. We just came together and made a beautiful meal. Mike cooked up some salmon and some steaks, and we made some pasta, and they made some incredible drinks. It was such a great time.